And what'd you place?
So my name's Cory. I played Bystial Maliss, and I placed 49th at the Philadelphia Regional out of about 650 duelists, I think. So pretty happy. It's my first regional top. So shout out to my team, ATM. Some testing. We usually play on Thursdays, and I think I played pretty well overall. I ended up 7-3. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I feel like a Malice profile, but deck just performed really well. Didn't see too many Ryzials, played a couple of mirror matches, a couple of rogue decks, and overall, like I said, I think it played pretty well. So go over what I had in the deck. Like I said, I think it's pretty standard. So 3-Door Malice, of course, that's the best starter in the deck. 3 of the White Rabbits, it's probably the second best starter. I was choosing to play 3 Chessy Cat. Some people opt to play 2, some are playing 1. When I was playing around, I kept feeling like I ran into where I was not seeing any Malice cards. So that's why I chose to play 3, just so I can have some Malice names to play around. Of course, 1 of each of the traps. That's very standard, very typical. Some people are playing without the TB11. I feel like it's a good extender. It's good to help play around Nib as well too. That's why I'm still playing it. Outside of the main engine, we do have the Gold Sark, and also the 3 field spells. All pretty typical for Malice. Definitely help you extend, go through hand traps. Besides that, playing 1 Called By. Just had 1 extra slot, so I figured Called By is a pretty good option there. I was playing 3 Crossout in the main. My thinking was a lot of Ryzials were playing Crossout in the main as well too, and I was probably going to see a lot of mirror matches. Did win me a couple of games. I was able to cross out a couple of Malice cards, as well as some hand traps like Nibiru or Ash Blossom. So this was actually pretty good for me when I was playing. Couldn't be too mad about that. 3 Ash, pretty standard. I was playing 3 Metal Tronus in the main. Again, I was thinking I was going to run into a lot of mirror matches. I didn't see this card too much. My other plan for it was to use it against Ryzial Detonator. But surprisingly, I played only 2 Ryzials throughout the whole tournament, and I did not see Detonator 1 time. So I got to use this on Malice a couple of times. I would banish their Door Malice or banish their White Binder. So pretty good, but I just didn't see it too much. 2 Nibs. I feel like Nibs pretty good, but I feel like a lot of people are being very cautious and playing around it. I know when I play my line, it doesn't really play into Nibiru too much. Pretty good. I think it won me 1 or 2 games. I did play into Nib 1 game that did end up losing one of the mirror matches. 3 Dominus Impulse. It's just such a good card. Whether you're playing it from your hand or playing it from the field, it's just really solid. I am playing 3 Imperms. I'm playing a lighter Bystial package, which is why I felt okay playing the Imperm. I didn't really run into any issues with the Bystials or having anything on field. Imperm in general is just a good card, so that's why I decided to play it. Then I'm playing 6 Bystials, so I'm playing 2 Baldrakes, 3 Druid's Worm, and 1 Magnamut. Overall, felt pretty good. The balance between the Malice and having the Bystials, I usually feel like I opened up with at least 1 of each to have that extra extender. So I feel like the balance in the deck overall was pretty solid. I'm testing out now with heavier Bystial count. It feels a little bit more bricky, but we're going to play around with that and see and wait for the the Alliance Insight support that we're getting here. Extra deck. For the most part, pretty straightforward. So we have 1 of each of the Malice names, but I was actually playing 2 White Binders. The reason I was doing that was for Metal Tronus. It only came up 1 time. I did Metal Tronus somebody's White Binder, and they had interaction. I believe they had actually Ash for it, and they're like, oh, you know what, I'm okay with that, I'm going to let go. And then on my next turn, I summoned my second White Binder, so they were kind of surprised about that. Outside of that, though, it only came up that 1 time. I didn't really need the second one, but I feel like I had some extra deck space. Besides that, Link Decoder, SP, Firewall, Haggard, Access Code, all pretty standard. I did play the Bow and Griffin. I think I made Griffin 1 time, and I did not make a Bow at all. So I'm more than likely going to cut that. I think I might keep the Bow and keep the Cerberus in there for later on. Splash Mage, IP, and the 1 Detonator for Metal Tronus. I pretty much played very typical lines pretty much throughout the whole tournament. just safe summoning, getting to White Binder or Ransom on 5 summons. So overall, performed pretty well. I don't think I changed too much. Like I said, I might cut the Griffin. Just feel like it's too easy to out. There's just so much for it. So like, you know, imperms or any kind of like simple destruction for it. So I might cut that going forward. But it's a really good card. I know a lot of people hate playing against it, but not, you know, wasn't too impressed with it this regional. For side deck, I was siding the 3D shifters. I felt like, again, like I said, I was going to see a lot of Maliss matchups, so I didn't want to main it, feeling it wasn't really too good into it. Pure Ryzeal, I didn't think it was going to be too great against. I only saw the 2 Ryzeals. The one was a Mitsurugi Ryzeal, which I did play against him, and he just ended up playing just full Mitsurugi play through it, so it really didn't do anything. The other Ryzeal player that I played, he bricked just both games, so I didn't end up seeing it anyway. 1 Harpies and 2 Lightning Storm. I was considering not playing these, and one of my teammates, Franchise, told me to play it. Ended up being very important for a couple of games. Just needed that back row removal. Ended up, like I said, winning me 1 or 2 games, so definitely helpful there. I was playing a Talents package. 1 Thrust, 2 Talents. I should have been playing 2 Thrust and 1 Talents, but I couldn't find my other Thrust. Wasn't super important, didn't see it too often. I didn't really see Talents at all. I don't think there was any games that it really came up too much. This one though, Solemn Strike, super important. Probably won me at least 2 or 3 games, and on the final round, round 10, it did end up actually helping me win in game 3 right before time. I solemned his Blue Eyes Synchro Dragon, the Spirit Dragon, when he tried to summon it on my turn. Ended up killing that, having an open field, being able to attack for game. So Strike, super good. And then the 3 Lancias for the mirror matchup. And then I did side in like 1 Lancia going second a couple of games. That actually came up with Nobleman with Crossout Designator that I was able to banish the Lancer from my deck and stop that. So overall performed really well. Like I said, Maliss is just a really solid deck in the format right now. It's probably going to get better with the new support coming out. So yeah, very happy. So shout out All Things Misplay. Hopefully end up going into nationals and performing well in July. So we'll see.
Awesome. Thanks, Cory.
Yep, thank you.